our audio is working this time. Total rookie move by me. Thank you, Linda, for pointing that out. Every time I sit at a different computer, I got to remember to check the audio settings because they usually default to a different setting than the one that works. So anyway, today what I really want to talk about is intentionality. And everyone, if you have questions today, go to the chat, and I'll do my best to. Thanks, Linda. To answer them intelligently and articulately, but I will make no guarantees because it is me. Anyway, couple funny things. So, when you do these videos, I did this Tumor Tales channel because for me it was an opportunity to kind of puke out or regurgitate to the world, some of the challenges I was feeling, fears, anxieties, and then the wins too, like focusing on the wins, the things that are going well for me, and how I'm approaching this this thing that's happening, I say for me, in my body. And what's funny is when you do these videos, you put yourself out there and you attract a lot of opinions, right? And it's easy to take offense at people who not criticizing you, but they're giving you insights as to what how you're doing it, what you are doing, what you're not doing it, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. And there's all this whole myriad of opinion that exists out in the universe. And by creating the video and by taking a position, you subject yourself to that. And for me, I'm pretty thick-skinned. It's not even about thick-skinned. I'm pretty open-minded to a lot of things. So when I hear somebody with a different opinion, I typically embrace it. I get the trolls that'll say, this guy's going to die. And I'm like, screw off. Everyone's going to die someday, right? So you're really making a bold prognostication there. Anyway, so every once in a while, we'll get people who will thumbs down the videos, right? And this is where it gets funny. So I'm like, you get those. And just like you get the likes, and someone subscribes, you get the dopamine hit. And you're like, yeah, I got another subscriber. It's just human nature. Or you get someone that likes it. And I learned that I can influence the likes. If I go like every comment, it'll raise the number of likes. So that's a little YouTube trick I learned. Not that I'm doing it on purpose, but I generally do like it when people comment. Well, I was getting some thumbs downs. And I'm like, oh, man. Hard not to take that, like not personally, but be a little bit miffed by it or saddened by it. Well, turns out my 6-year-olds were getting into my YouTube, watching the videos, and they tell me last night, independently of each other, like, yeah, Daddy, I watched one of your videos. And they're like, I didn't like it, so I did a thumbs down. I was like, you little, insert your own adjective there, but it actually made me laugh. I'm like, okay, so most of the enemy is within, right? And most of the people who don't like my videos are my kids. And we've had some pretty candid discussions. They ask about, Daddy, because they did a whole cancer thing at school, and they're asking, do you have cancer? I'm like, I have some, I tell them I may have had it, but we're healing and we're going through the process, and it'll be gone in a few months. So I'm like, just, keep thinking positive thoughts, kids, and you're going to help Daddy heal and feel better. And I got to be careful how I say that, because I don't want them, something bad were to happen to me. I don't want them to feel like they're responsible. So you can be very careful how you word that. So anyway, that I thought that was hilarious. And then something else, it's like, Mark, how has the dog wormer protocol worked for me? Well, I think it's working. I'm taking it, fenbendazole, is what we're talking about here. There's also fenbendazole for goats and for fish and all kinds of things, all kinds of animals. And, really hold that thought, because I'm going to talk about that in the context of intentionality in a moment. But the second thing I want to talk about that was really funny that happened to me was I went to this restaurant to work yesterday, just doing some goal stuff for my real estate business. And, things are going really well there, and we're really busy, but I like to take time every few days to just kind of relax and then just kind of think about what's working, not just in business, but in life, spiritually, and my body, not just, not tumor related, but like health and fitness. And then also, like think about, meditations, church, and, my relationship with my wife and kids, and just kind of break all that down and, talk, think about what's worked, what didn't work, and then where we want to go with it. And, really focusing on the goal. So anyway, I'm at this restaurant, I'm walking to the coffee shop because they didn't have this drink I wanted, whatever, a sugar-free drink. I'm walking to go out the door, and I push up against it and just slam my face into this mirror or window. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? And it's like, well, it turns out I missed the door, and I was pushing on the window, and I got this big bump on my head. It was just epic. I wish there was a video camera there that could have like captured the moment. It would be worth $10,000 on America's Funniest Home Videos, if that's still a show. So Mark, about your question. So like funny stuff yesterday. I won't even get into the fact my kids busted the control panel off my scanner printer at home, which I just bought because I was trying to be more efficient. That's a whole nother story. So I've been reading a few things. One is a book called The Secret. Probably heard of it. It was made into a movie. It's got Bob Proctor, who's like one of my favorite people. Like I've started tuning to Bob Proctor 25 years ago, right when I got into sales and real estate. And they talk about what's the secret, what's the most powerful thing. I talk about the law of attraction and basically the power of intentionality. And what I was also doing is reading this book called from Og Mangino, The Greatest Secret in the World. And they talk, there's this exercise I'm doing that they make you do for 5 weeks in the book. It's the Scroll Mark II, and you have to read this 3 times a day, 1 time out loud, and it starts like this. I'll get to my point in a second, so bear with me. Scroll Mark II, I will greet this day with love in my heart, for this is the greatest secret of success in all ventures. Muscle can split a shield and even destroy life, but only the unseen power of love can open the hearts of men. And until I master this art, I will remain no more than a peddler in the marketplace. And it goes on and on and on. It's about 2 pages of text. And what's the great thing is this ties into the book, and which is a movie too, The Secret. I've watching that on Netflix, and they talk about the law of attraction and us being beings that are made up of energy. And if you think about it, whether from a religious context, being very spiritual, and us being this luminous beings that exist, not this one individual, but 2 trillion cells that are made up of atoms and stuff, and atoms are basically energy, and that how you can attract by thinking positive thoughts and by thinking of a better place, you can attract positive things to you. And it's funny, this is all coming together. Exactly. The secret isn't a secret. It's been known but people don't know it. That's the thing. Okay. They don't. There's so many people who are so negative, and you attract to yourself what you think about, what you focus on. That's why when people, they say, I want to, you don't talk about goals in a negative sense because you attract the negative thing, right? I don't want to lose weight or whatever you say. I am, you say it in terms of I am, exactly. Thoughts become things. That's exactly it. And you think, I am healing, or I am healed. And you think about that, and that's what you attract, because if you focus on cancer, well, what are you attracting, right? You're attracting more of that. So it's really, really powerful, and it's not a concept that's been unknown to me. It's really something that I've known for probably most of my life. However, the interesting thing is, no matter what I'm reading, no matter what I'm watching, how it all is kind of coming together with this same thought. In religion, I was raised Catholic, and they talked about, and the church I went to, I will say, did a very everyone hit thumbs up. My kids will take care of the thumbs down. Thanks, little Viking. Hit thumbs up, and and the bell, and my kids are handling the negativity apparently. But the church I went to, the specific church, did a very poor job marketing this concept. And I don't mean marketing like, hey, they got to sell something, But really, they didn't connect with me. They didn't resonate with me. If they had done this better, it's something that the congregation would have picked up on much sooner, and it might have even helped my parents. I won't get into that today. So anyway, this is all about today. It's about intentionality. Focus on the thing. Use actionable words. Oh my gosh, where's that other book I was reading? Just crazy, cool stuff that's like all coming together, and it's just fascinating to me. And you talk, you watch like guys like Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, these guys. A lot of people talking about like quantum physics and the quantum field and stuff. And this all kind of, they could almost, is it that different than religion? Not really. You get a bunch of people together and they're all praying and thinking the same thought and using that power of intention. They could literally move things. Like, it's crazy. So people think that this is impossible and they call it miracles. I mean, in a sense, it's not really a miracle. It's in a way science. So anyway, I'm going off. This is Scott's delving into more of a science, I guess, in a way, but the science of spirituality, maybe. Anyway, questions here. You were healed. Yes, definitely. The great secret is thoughts become things. The law of attraction. Law of intentionality. Practice it. I'm practicing it every day. I think thinking I am healed. I'm healed. I'm healed. Personal guarantee. I will be healed by the next scan. Personal guarantee. And that's a bold statement, I know, but yes, the road less traveled. That's a good one. I have not seen Heal on Netflix. Linda, I know, isn't it crazy? I had heard of The Secret, but not until last year, like right about the time I was told I had a tumor is when I heard about the book. So not a coincidence, right? Like, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe I did a video in Phoenix when I was there in November about an old boss former boss, she's not old, who had helped me out. I just did a video on her helping me out at 20 years ago when I was working for Target Corporation, their IT department. And 24 hours later, I'm at the airport. Someone taps me on the shoulder, and it's Carrie, the person I did the video on. Now, you think that's a coincidence? No, I was putting it out in the universe. So anyway, going to wrap it up because I tend to be long-winded. So I got to bring it to the dog dewormer. So Mark, you asked the question, is it working? Yeah, it's working. And it's working. I think a lot of the reason it's working is because I believe it is, and that it's already helping. So it's helped me. And there's also, some parasite cure by Dr. Hulda Reger Clark, a Canadian woman who came up with this tincture that was wormwood, black walnut husk, and cloves. And I also took that. I took a bottle of that, and I think I ordered more of it because I actually kind of like the taste, believe it or not. And since I'm alcohol free, I gotta get my fix off black walnut husks, I guess. So, but anyway, if you believe it works, like, you give me somebody who thinks they're gonna die, who has given up on life, and you give me someone who knows they're healing or knows they're healed, I know who I'm putting my money on as far as living longer. All right. And I've talked to a lot of folks who have reached out to me on my cell phone. I'll give you the number. It's 612-600-8888. It's all over the internet. If you want to find me, type in Minnetonka real estate and you'll find me. Okay. I'm not hiding anywhere, even though I joke about it. But if you want to talk to me, call me or text me, schedule a call. I'll tell you. Even, yeah, you can definitely mail something to my office. Again, Scot Pekarek, Scott with 1 T, Minnetonka Real Estate. Not putting a plug in for my real estate business, even though we're awesome. That was a plug. But we definitely you definitely send stuff. People have sent me a lot of things. Rick Simpson oil, thank you. I've gotten wormwood sent to me. And I appreciate all of it. I got a letter I'm going to read from a gentleman who is now healing and was inspired by our message here, which is awesome. If I can do nothing else, hopefully I'm inspiring folks to fight harder. And I shouldn't even say fight, heal. Like just have take advantage of the power of intentionality that exists in this group. Okay. Cecilia, you have stage 1, grade 2 breast cancer. Yeah, you can buy the fenbendazole on Amazon. That's where I get it. Panacort C, or you can get Safeguard. You get the goat dewormer. I haven't turned into Goat Boy yet, even though that would be awesome. But try it. If you believe it's healing you, I bet you it's going to. Everything I'm doing, I believe is healing me, and I absolutely believe it's all helping me, all of it. Okay, and there's certain things that I don't take. Some days I feel like I'm not taking this day. I don't care, and that's the universe telling me don't take it. And you just have to listen to the voice inside you. So B17, apricot seeds, I take those. I went away from them for a little bit, and then I recently went back to them. And the reason I went away was I had read some things that said, oh, there's no efficacy in them. But then I took a second look at it, and I realized that in the quantity I was taking them, and with the frequency, it wasn't going to hurt me. So why not? And I might take a break from them because, some of these things, your body kind of becomes, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody give me the word, but I won't. It doesn't develop a resistance to them, but it you desensitize maybe a little bit. So changing it up, I've heard that is a good thing. So people might have a different opinion on that, and that's fine. I take berberine, which is kind of the natural metformin. I take curcumin, turmeric. I put that in most of my cooking. I use a lot of turmeric now. A lot of cinnamon. That's in the berberine that I take. There's what else? Oh gosh. Yes, I agree. Miracles are normal. Megajoules, I agree. They happen all around us every day. You just have to pay attention. People just need to pay attention. Secret. I don't know if I shared this ever, but it took us 3 years to have kids, my wife and I. She has something called a balanced translocation, chromosomal translocation. Balanced chromosomal translocation. Say that 5 times fast. I can't. And what happened there was, kept having miscarriages. It was just a kind of a crazy 3-year odyssey. And we, for me, it was actually good. It was something that happened for me because before that point, I was really indifferent about having children, and I didn't have any respect for the creation of life. And having to go through that struggle and having to get through those years, those months, those pretty, going to fertility clinics and having to spend the kind of money we have, because guess what? Infertility wasn't covered. And we had to go to the clinics where you didn't have the guarantee because of the nature of the genetic disorder. So it took us 3 rounds, and I'll tell you, I'm thankful for every minute of it. Nothing like giving your wife this big shot of, stuff in her butt all the time. 3 rounds of that was awesome. But it gave me perspective, right? It was humbling, and it gave me such a profound respect for life. All right. It gave me such a fascination of what, we had accomplished and pride that we stuck with this, even though, we were looking at egg donors, we were looking at gestational carriers, which is surrogates. And I know people have gone down that route. And I remember one conversation I had, without sharing too much, but, I just told my wife, I'm like, I don't care if we do this 100 times. I don't care what it costs. I want to have kids with you. And this is what we're going to do. And that was the change. That was the change for her because she was stressed out. And that was the change for me. And it made all the difference for me to say, you know what, if we got to do this 100 more times, we're going to do this. And I'm going to do it with you because you're the person I want to have kids with. And the next round is when we got so the first 2 rounds we had 1 viable embryo each. They froze them. We went to do the transfer. 1 didn't survive the freeze. They transferred 1. My wife miscarried. The 3rd round is where I had the speech. I remember where I was standing like it was yesterday, and I said, I'll be with you to the end. My wife instantly relaxed. Her mind was put at ease, and she went and next round we got 7 viable embryos. We implanted 2, and we got our twins. So there you go. Intention. Now we have 5 on ice that I have to figure out what to do. And trust me, that's tough. So anyway, the seeds aren't enough. Looking to okay, I'll check it out. The seeds aren't enough. Looking to Dr. Anthony Jimenez from HOOE for cancer. I'll check it out. That's awesome. I went and got ICG with photo therapy, no side effects. Dang, nice. My next scan has not been set up yet. We're looking at April or May. We'll see. I'm excited for it. So it's just a matter of whether we go. If we go to Chicago for it, I want to go when it's warmer, and let my wife do some shopping and have some dinner at someplace nice. So what the hell? We earned it, right? And by the way, my wife went through hell with she got the cellulitis / necrotizing fasciitis thing, and she got to go running 2 days ago for the first time in like 3 months, and running is like oxygen for her. So that was really super awesome. Yeah, the kids, they broke the damn control. Did I tell you this? They broke the control panel off my printer too. Brand new printer. Oh my God, I wanted to flip out, but I didn't. You're right, Linda. You're absolutely right. The belief, it's everything. So, anybody else? I probably Cecilia, who's your oncologist? I'm curious about that. I'm gonna log off. Anything else? Anybody else got any questions? I think we're gonna make this a normal Wednesday at noon thing. I'm getting some help on YouTube. I'm pointing over here because there's another monitor. I'm in my office. We're in the lab here, and I've taken some training so I can be a little more I'm not even gonna try to say that, Celia. Thank you. But I'm getting some training to be a little bit better on boom, indeed, a little bit better at this. So bear with me. I know it's a little. It's like there's a guy with ADD running the show here because it's probably true. But they say if you have ADD, it's because you have a low tolerance for boring things. So when I start going off topic, it means I'm finding myself boring. I can't really. So anyway, I gotta roll. Guys, appreciate all of you. Keep the good vibes coming. You guys all rock. If you think someone else can be just cow it. Thank you. If you think someone else can be helped by the positive message we have here, send them our way. Let's help who we can. Every day, help somebody out. Every day, give it your best. Every day, believe in a bigger future for yourself and your loved ones. And you know what? You will have done everything anybody can expect. So I got to roll. Boom! I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.